welcome y'all to Backwoods Obscura, a podcast dedicated to the lore, legends, and myths surrounding the creatures that may lurk in your backyard. My name's Hewitt.
I'm Chris.
So, how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing all right. So I've been playing some Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So what I decided to do is I started with Origins, went to Awakening, Dragon Age 2, and then Inquisition and Trespasser. What I didn't realize is how long Dragon Age Inquisition was. Online it said it was about 50 hours, and then I got to about 58 hours, and I was like, wait a minute.
If you speed run it, yeah, but God, I'd have to look because it was on my PS3 to tell you how old of a version of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-year-old game at this point.
It is, but I also played the downgraded version for the PS3, not the PS4.
Yeah.
Which means I didn't get to play the actual ending of the game.
Wait, they didn't release Trespasser on it?
Trespasser couldn't run on the PS3.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, the story was fine on Trespasser. The combat, it was like BioWare took everything they did in Dragon Age Inquisition. It's like, we're going to fuck it up. We're just going to toss it in
I don't
the
think
trash.
BioWare did that. I think that's more of an EA thing.
Maybe. But I've been having fun with it. It's been really fun. A lot of people online have wildly different opinions on it, but
you know what? Let me address all the people out there like that. You can have your opinions, and people can still enjoy the game or not enjoy the game. You can also be a bitch and not romance Iron Bull.
Okay, but what I was actually going to say is this is the most typical Dragon Age game because, for one, it feels like your typical Dragon Age with, like, you know, a flawed but really fun game, right? Mm-hmm. I would describe every Dragon Age game that way. Despite some people thinking that, like, Origins is, like, this magnum opus from BioWare. I think it's really, really good.
Oh, no. Dragon Age Origin is fun. It's not perfect. Because I also had, for a very long time in my game, like the very first playthrough I did, my character was so underpowered because of the glitch and the level up system that could cheat you of a level up point.
Yeah, there's like so many. I mean, going into just like the writing and the gameplay itself, all the games, despite being radically different from each other, and Dragon Age Veilguard is no different, they all fit the pattern. Dragon Age's Veilguard is the same way. Right down to like the decisive nature of it. Because ever since 2, like, Dragon Age games have divided the fans, divided gamers, divided people that like the series in general. Because they either see it as like hating the game, the newest game, or just falling in love with it. In fact, I remember I hated Dragon Age 2, but one of my friends, I'm not going to name them, just because I know they don't want to be named on the podcast, they loved Dragon Age 2 more than Origins, and we actually had a back and forth, not like a mean back and forth, but like a friendly back and forth discussing that.
Well, like, okay, before we get into the main point of tonight's Backwoods Obscura, let's break it down. My favorite one is still going to be Origins because that was I had given up playing video games for so long at that point. And then your brother had an Xbox and I started playing Dragon Age and Nate went to work.
And you were still playing.
And then when he came back at 1 a.m. in the morning, I was still playing. He goes, dude, don't you have to go to work tomorrow? I called in sick. And, like, just my best boy being that Mabari. And so, like, I will always love that game because that game got me back into...
I think the biggest, not to interrupt you, but the biggest problem with the Dragon Age games is after Origins...
They fired the entire staff.
Well, okay, that's the more depressing part. Like, the sad part on a superficial level is, like, after Origins, you don't have a Mabari friend.
Yeah.
I mean... True, you're in the free marches, and then
You could have rescued a pupper before you went across.
I mean, you
sea.
have the Hawks have a puppy, like they have a puppy, and then like in Dragon Age Inquisition, you're just in all Southern Thedas, right? Yeah.
Well, with.
And then you go
angry baby.
Yeah.
Like you originally start out in Skyhold.
No.
You start out in Haven.
Yeah.
And then you end up in Skyhold.
Because Haven is in Ferelden, and then
Skyhold is still in Ferelden technically. It's just in the mountains above Orzammar. And like you can go down the Red Cliff. You can go to. I think that might be the only place. There's two places in Ferelden you can go. The coast.
Yeah.
You can go to the coast, and then you end up in Orlais, and you can end up near Antiva.
Yeah.
But you don't get to go back to Courtwall. You don't get to go to Navarre.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
You go to Navarra and Antiva in the new one.
I know you can also be a crow or a crypt guard. And,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I get Veilguard, I'm gonna be a bitch, and I'm gonna be playing a warden.
Okay,
I'm gonna remake my warden.
Yeah.
As best I can.
So
my good.
We're going to talk about this. Like, so this episode is going to be like this year in review, but right now it's this year in Dragon Age, because we're both Dragon Age nerds. Okay, so what's really great? Okay, so like the greatest thing about like Veilguard so far is just the expanse, like how much they expanded the lore and how much, like. I feel like some people hate the art style. I love the art style. I think it really works for how the game is.
The art style for the video game looks like something in the artwork of the game. Like the paint, like when you play Dragon Age 2.
Or even Origins.
Well,
like it starts with Origins
I'm just saying in Dragon Age 2, the artwork, especially of the Qun, when they show up, has influenced how the future games look, making them more stylized versus we were trying to make it look realistic. And I think that's on BioWare's credit, because I played Mass Effect 1. All the aliens look great. All the humans look really weird.
Yeah, that was a big problem with the 360 too. But, okay, I will say some of the writing is lopsided and clunky. But that's all Dragon Ages. I think that's all Dragon Ages.
They're trying to push the Dalish agenda down your throat.
Okay. No, like, there was a moment where you meet your Inquisitor. Okay, well...
I'm sorry, I thought I was about to be like, way to go. And like I was like, who would be the boomers? I was like, the Q. And I was like, way to go, Cumer. Like, no, you can't do that one.
Hey, Cumer. Okay, Cumer.
Are you gooning up there?
Are you gooning with your Qun out?
Actually, the Qun don't goon because they have like fun fact from the third Dragon Age. The Qun actually have like, as much as you think they're like repressive, like most of the time, like in the first two games, apparently they're like the most openly sexual society of all of them. Just like, hey, there's one day out of the year we all bake goods and go fuck, and I'm like.
Well, they also don't parent like normal.
No, they do communal parenting, but I could get behind make cinnamon rolls and fuck holiday.
Yeah. But there was a moment.
Writing that down now.
Like, this isn't a big spoiler because you make your Inquisitor at the beginning. Okay, one thing I will say, it is not as
you remake your Inquisitor.
Yeah, you have to remake because I don't use the keep anymore.
Okay, so
which is frustrating to me.
Because you could have kept all your stuff from the first game.
Yeah, the only thing that you really sticks from the last game, and you have to put everything in manually, is the major decisions, like, you know, the fate of the Inquisition, like who you romance, and things like that. And then you have to completely remake your Inquisitor from ground up. And when you first meet your Inquisitor, it's okay. Like, I will say, like, the voice actress that does because I played a female Qunari.
You did that too?
Yeah. I played a female Qunari, and she's towering over now my dwarf, Rook. And I made the shortest dwarf you can make.
Yeah, because you made Lavandra.
Yeah, I did make Lavandra. And So, but she's not looking at me at like height. She's going, she's looking up as if she's talking to someone her height. And Kinari are tall.
Well, I mean, they did that in Dragon Age Inquisition. Like,
it did it too. But
I romanced Blackwell or Blackwall, and like he did like the hand over the shoulder schoolboy anime moment. I'm like, this dude is 5'8", and my lady is as big a bitch as I could make in this game while walking around in her silky gold laden pajamas. Which, who let the Inquisitor walk around in that?
No one did technically, but no one's going to say anything.
Well, no.
But
no. You remember how sassy? I can't remember her name, but you could romance her. The bookkeeper, like
Josephine.
Yeah. And Leliana. You think the two of them would not be like,
yeah. No, I love Liliana and Inquisition. Like, they really fleshed out her character from Origin.
Cassandra would totally let you walk around in those jammies all day. Because she'd be like, that dwarven ass. Because the second playthrough
But there was a moment when you're talking with your Inquisitor, and it just comes off as very hokey. It's like, you can do this because when I have my doubts, I could just rely on my friends and like Colin and just start naming off people. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cringe.
I would lean into the mic heavily. Colin's a drug addict.
And there is an overall, like, compared to the other games, there's like an upbeat nature to everybody. Everybody is kind of like, one, you're the parent in the group. Like, you make sure everyone's doing good. But also there's like an upbeat nature. Like when you kill people, like you'll have, what's her name? Lace Harding, or you'll have, shit, I'm forgetting all the characters' names.
Don't tell me anymore. All I know is Harding's in it, and that women love the fact that Varric is going gray.
Oh yeah, people were like, "Why is his hair so dark?" It's like, it's not dark; it's going gray. Like that's what happens to red hair when you go gray. It darkens, and then hair will actually start to turn red before it goes gray. I don't know if people know that.
That's the reason why my beard has a lot of red next to all the white. But no, like when Varric showed up and he was going gray and he had a beard, people were like, I thought, well, let's think about it. It's been 20 years since Dragon Age 2.
He's in his 50s and 60s.
No, he's older than that. Dwarves live slightly longer than humans. Like, humans make it to about a century, but dwarves live like maybe 150 to 200. The Dalish can live almost twice as long as a human if they're in their native habitat. City elves...
Yeah, they get the short end of the stick,
Yeah, it's goddamn...
Of course, apparently, if they leave the alien edge and live outside...
Yeah, they'll live longer, but like they're not immortal like the original Dalish because, well, they fucked around and found out.
There is one last thing I want to say about the Veilguard. It's not a spoiler, but it's something I agree largely with both sides of the aisle in terms of criticism, and it's something me and Frecky V were talking about.
You talk so much without me. I feel left out. Not really. I don't. Y'all play video games. I don't.
It's like they kind of nerfed the ladies a bit in the chess department. Look, okay.
Did they take away the big titties of the Ferelden's?
Like, no one has big titties. There's no big titties. And look, we respect women.
Chris is going to be bleeping this.
No, like, okay. So here's the thing.
This is gonna end up being its own separate episode. Is us just talking about the fucking video game?
Look, here's the issue. It's like they have some good body types that you can make, but there's not a huge range, and it feels like they overcorrected on the course because they didn't want to just make bimbos, which is fine. But also, like, you know, women with big chest exists, and it kind of feels weird.
Okay, I hate to say it this way because it's anytime this gets brought up, like the whole time, like it was brought up that they nerfed Tifa's chest, and I was like, they didn't. They put her in a sports bra. Do any of you know what a double D looks like in a sports bra? No? Okay. Fuck you. Any case, it's one of those of like, the big thing here is that you can look at the ladies that play at the TBA table. There is, like, telling someone that like a huge chest doesn't exist in fantasy is like, okay, so you just told every female character or every female player that's ever sat at my table.
It's like, yeah.
Your boobs don't exist.
Yeah.
And that can cause some problems. And if someone gets mad at us, you know what? I'll take the hit on this one, Chris. I'm 40. I'm an old 40-year-old man. You can all grog.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get canceled now.
I don't fucking care.
You're getting canceled, son.
You know what? You know how canceling works?
It doesn't.
It doesn't, because you have to acknowledge that you're canceled to be canceled. If canceling worked, we have our first female president right now.
True.
Who probably would be with us on the Do Not Take Away the Video Game Titties.
Harris, first day.
Harris.
Writes an executive order. Bigger anime boobies.
No, Joe. Hey, Uncle Joe. Big Daddy Joe.
Joe. Give me the titty executive order.
That's the end of the podcast, y'all. That's the end of Backwoods Obscura.
That's the end of Backwoods Obscura. No. Dragon Age the Veilguard is really good. All the characters are really good. Emmerich is cool. I like Emmerich.
Okay. Again, don't start going over too many characters, because again, I want to play this and don't want no names. I've intentionally starved myself of information.
And there is one character I will say, and I'm not going to name their name. Very controversial, because they're the one that, explores their gender identity through the game. And people, like, the way people put it was like it was the most cringy, awful shit. But I'm sitting here playing the game, and I'm like, this isn't too bad. Like, I mean, it's a little bit lopsided writing, but that's true. I mean, if you play Dragon Age 2, everyone just goes insane for no fucking reason.
This is true. Now, hey, let's real quick. Let's have some fun before we end this one. And let me ask you, favorite companion from Origins?
Favorite companion from Origins? Shit.
Come on.
Either Ren or Alistair. Or Morgan. Fuck.
Okay, so pick one.
Morgan.
All right. Oghren.
I mean,
Oghren's my boy. Oghren is still alive in canon on my game. All right, Awakening. Or sorry, hold on. Least favorite companion, Origins.
Least favorite companion in Origins? That's a hard one, because I like all the companions. I guess Shale, because they're the less fleshed out. But I like them still.
Zevran.
I love Zevran.
Zevran's a fuckboy. And the way I play...
See, I forgot about Zevran, which makes him not my favorite, but I still love him.
Like, when I say there's a least favorite companion, it means that, like, I have to pick... It's like saying that Travis McElroy is my least favorite of the three brothers. Like, I love all three of them, but someone I love more.
Yeah.
Someone's getting a better... I'm sorry, Travis. Someone's getting a better present. And it's not you. All right, Awakening, favorite companion.
Favorite companion is probably Dagra. The what are they called? The Legion of the Dead lady.
Oh, that's Sigrun.
Sigrun.
Dagra,
I was thinking of someone else.
Again, Oghren.
Okay, Oghren.
Least favorite.
Justice.
High five.
Yeah.
Justice is boring.
Yeah.
They had to shoehorn him into the second game. Yeah. All right. Favorite companion in Dragon Age 2?
Aveline.
She's our ride or die. She is our ride or die. Least favorite.
Okay. Tied for favorite is Isabella, because I do like Isabella. But least favorite has to be Fenris, with very closely being, you know who. I forget his name. Fuck.
Anders,
yes. Because he's tied to Justice, and fuck him.
My two least favorite, because they're tied, is Fenris and Meryl. Meryl is so fucking whiny. Also, the number of uncomfortable face shots with her if you try to romance her, and that's when they decided to switch the Dalish to goat-like pupils.
Yeah.
And she got the anime eyes, like, with, like, I might be a... Also, I'm sorry. This is going to sound terrible. They shoehorn in love for the Dalish throughout the entire series, and I just can't do it, because the Dalish are such fucking dicks. All right, Favorite companion in Inquisition?
You see, that's another hard one because
Iron Bull. Oh, fuck that.
See,
Varric Iron Bull. Varric Iron Bull.
See, Varric and Iron Bull are up there.
All right, hold on. Rephrase it. Favorite party, then?
My favorite party would probably be Varric, Iron Bull, Sarah.
Oh, God. I can't stand Sarah.
I like Sarah.
Sarah rubs me the wrong way, but that's also because she got me to shave my pubes.
She does do that.
She does get you to shave your pubes.
No, what's funny is, like, if you talk with Vivienne, she's like, just shave this word in there, and the Inquisitor's like, you think she'll like that? And if you go with that option, you shave a obscenity in your pubes, and she acknowledges it.
My favorite party is Iron Bull, Varric, and Vivienne, because no matter where you go is 100% sash, and it gets the best place for that is when you go to the desert.
Like the Hissing Wastes, or
not the one where you can like build kind of a base and like unlock shit and like bring jewels to.
Yeah, I didn't do too much of that.
I knocked all that out and I unlocked a bitchin' ass weapon. But no, like when you go to the giant desert and you go there for that, I think it's the Hissing Waste. The number of times all three of them bitch about sand getting into places. Like, Varric, oh God, it's all in my bowstring. It's not just in my bowstring. You have no clue where sand can get, boys. And I'm over here going,
okay.
They're just also taking back to the coast where you first recruit Iron Bull. Again, the sass. Also, Iron Bull and Varric tie for my favorite because Varric is always your boy. Varric is always your boy. Iron Bull, that dude gets so horny for hunting dragons that you want to hunt a dragon more.
Killing a dragon with him is so fun.
Because he's like, 25% approval.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. But least favorite character is probably Cole.
Cole. And I don't hate Cole. It's just Cole is...
boring.
Cole's white bread with milk.
Yeah, he's just not interesting to me.
No, like, I did do his entire storyline. Like I did everything.
I did a lot of his storyline, but I was just I wasn't super interested. He started dating the Bard apparently, and go ahead, go, you go, boy.
Least favorite overall character in the entire Dragon Age series.
I mean, overall character would have to be Andrew/Justice.
Logain.
Oh, Logain. I forgot about Logain. Yeah, Logain's pretty fucking bad.
I fucking hate that dude. He's like, I'm going to kill my son-in-law.
Who is the, what's the name of the fucking Darkspawn and...
God, because there's the
Corypheus.
Corypheus and the Artificer. The Artificer's kind of cool, low-key.
Corypheus is probably the weakest villain of all.
Corypheus is a bitch. Like, Corypheus is also one of the Tevinter.
Yeah, he's one of the magic.
And if anybody's getting on to me, the game's been out for like 10 years. It's like I've said before in this podcast, Darth Vader is Luke's dad. It's not a fucking spoiler anymore.
Yeah, like I am purposely not spoiling Veilguard. Like the only thing I said is like you meet the Inquisitor, which that is obvious.
Now, who is the absolute best character in every single Dragon Age game?
Like so far, it has to be Morrigan. Still.
I'm gonna go with Dog.
Oh,
because he's the best boy.
He is the best boy.
And there's also Enchantment.
So we were supposed to talk about.
No. We're gonna do that in a second. We just went nearly a half hour about Dragon Age. Anyway, we are.
Yes, we are Backwoods Obscura. We release every Tuesday. Sometimes we talk about cryptids and everything, but we are also Team Bonus Action if we actually want to slay dragons.
Team Bonus Action is a charity group, and if this airs sometime in 2025, I do not know the charity we're associated with, but if you donate, we are a charity tabletop video game and live play group. So if you can donate, please do. Always try to help the kids. That's one reason we do this. While we are not always child friendly, we are always there to raise money so that children don't have to pay for the mistakes that we make as adults.
And with that, I hope you have a good day or night, and I hope you're enjoying Dragon Age the Veilguard, or Dragon Age Inquisition, or 2, or Origins, or Awakening, whichever one you're playing.
Hey, hug a nug.